What up? What up? What up? What up? Good evening, or good afternoon, rather. Good afternoon. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Okay. What's going on, y'all? Hey, Michael Drop, what's going on? What's going on? Can you guys hear me? Ooh. Um, yeah, let me know if y'all can hear me. Um, oh, I didn't share this to Patreon, but I think it's too late. No, it's not. Hold on one second, y'all. Can y'all hear me? Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me do a quick share really quick, and then we're going to get into this horrible, horrible human being. And these are the types that we should be talking about, especially in the church. Huh? These are the ones that we should be talking about, especially in the church. Okay. All right. So I made a post over there so that the people can come in. Yeah, Demi, what's going on, Demi? What's going on, everybody? What's up, Felicia? I see you coming in, Miss Brianna. Muckle drop. So let's go ahead and get into this, y'all. This is absolutely insane. So let me give you a backstory on who this man is. Michael Tate is a CCM. If you don't know what that means contemporary Christian music artist. And I'm gonna read two things. I'm gonna reread his statement that he made, and then I'm also going to read the most recent allegations that was just posted 5 hours ago. However, I think I saw this like a couple days ago, and my spirit needed to calm down, y'all. This man is 59 years old. 59 years old. And I just feel like this is just utterly disgusting. And I just, ugh. Yeah. Hey, Miss Catherine, how you doing? Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. So, let me run you back, and then we'll go from there. So this was his confession, Michael Tate, June the 10th of 2025. Recent reports of my reckless and destructive behavior, including drug and alcohol abuse and sexual activity, are sadly largely true. For some for some 2 decades, I used and abused cocaine, consumed far too much alcohol, and at times touched men in unwanted sensual way. In an unwanted sensual way. I am ashamed of my life choices and actions and make no excuses for them. I will simply call it what God calls it, sin. I don't blame anyone or anything but myself. While I might dispute certain details in the accusations against me, I do not dispute the substance of them. And again, I just, ugh, okay. I gotta brace myself because this type of stuff just really pisses me off, yo. Like, and it just goes so untalked about. They rather, preach every Sunday about homosexuality and preach about like, again, these are the discussions that we need to be having, because stuff like this is just, it's just, oh my god, it's mind-boggling. Actually, when I abruptly left New Boys in January, I did so to get help. I was not healthy physically or spiritually, and was tired of leading living a double life. I spent 6 weeks at a treatment center in Utah receiving help that may have saved my life from ultimately destruction. Mm. I have been clean and sober since. though I still have lots of work ahead of me. We don't care. We don't care. Yeah, you got a lot of work ahead of you, all right. I'm ashamed to admit that for years I have lied and deceived my family, friends, fans, and even misled my bandmates about aspects of my life. I was, for the most part, living two distinctly different lives. I was not the same person on stage Sunday night that I was at home on Monday. I was violating everything that I was raised to believe by my God fearing dad and mom about walking with Jesus, and was grieving the very God that I loved and sang about for most of my life. By his grace, I can say that for the past 6 months, I have lived a singular life, one of utter brokenness and total um, um, dependence on a loving and merciful God. I hate when people talk like this, y'all. I'm so sorry. I hate this. Let me make this bigger, child, because this is small. Okay, here we go. Hey to everybody that came in. Symmetry, Mama Bees, River. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? Okay. Okay, so then he says, I have hurt so many people in so many ways, and I will live with the shameful reality the rest of my life. I can only dream and pray for human forgiveness because I certainly don't deserve it. I have even accepted that though God may be the only one who ultimately and completely forgives me, still I want to say that I'm sorry to everyone that I have hurt. I am truly sorry. It is my hope and prayer that all those that I have hurt will receive healing, mercy, and hope for the merciful healer and hope giver. Child, again, I don't like this type of talking. I don't. Even before this recent news became public, I had started a path to a healthy healing and wholeness thanks to a small circle of clinical health professionals, loving family, caring friends, and wise counselors, all of whom saw my brokenness and surrounded me with love, grace, and prayer. Sin is a terrible thing, taking us where we don't want to go, keeping us longer than we want to stay, and costing us more than we want to pay. Child, you over here trying to be like Maya Angelou or something. I accepted the consequences of my sin and am committed to continuing the hard work of repentance and healing work. I will do quietly and privately away from the stage and the spotlight. To the extent my sin behavior has caused anyone to lose respect or faith and trust in me, I understand, deserve, and accept it. But it crushes me to think that someone would lose or choose not to pursue faith and trust in Jesus because I have been a horrible representative of him, for he alone is ultimately the only hope for any of us. King David's prayer of repentance, Psalms 51, and I'm not finna read that because you not finna gaslight me into reading no scripture right now with all this foolishness you got going on. Oh hell no, you're not. Okay, so that was some bullshit. And the reason why I'm feeling away, y'all, is because I've seen this happen so many times and they go unnoticed. We have to live with a certain type of guilt and a certain type of, and I say we because I am a victim to this happening to me. However, I, as an adult, as an adult that is working on healing, I understand why people take so long to come out. I understand why people take so long to solidify the story, the rumors. You know, you hear rumors, you hear rumblings, you hear things, throughout the city. But then it's not until it affects you that it becomes something that you're like, oh, okay, now I respect why it takes someone so long to come out. Because honestly, in some situations, you don't win for losing. right? When you're a victim, you don't win for losing, because there's several people that don't believe you. There's several people wondering why now. There's several people, you know what I'm saying? So it's the people who've actually been a victim to this, or know someone that has been a victim to this, that would understand where people stand when it comes, when it comes later on, right? So the reason I'm saying that is because two more men accused Michael Tate of sexual assault. So again, here we are back. It's almost like a boomerang. We're back. So let's go. Let's read it. Two more men have come forward alleging singer Michael Tate actually assaulted them. This time, the survivors say the abuse occurred while Tate was still in the band DC Talk. In an interview with The Guardian is a pretty trusted source. Okay. Former former band member Jason Jones and Christian musician Randall Crawford both said that they were rugged by Tate and woke up with him performing actual acts on them. Although the two were friends around the time of their alleged assaults, they initially believed that their experiences were isolated incidents. In light of numerous recent allegations against Tate for sexual abuse, the two men now have decided to come forward publicly about their experiences. Jones said that he was abused by Tate in Tate's home in late 1998. When Tate invited him over for drinks after DC Talk finished rehearsals for their Supernatural album tour, he said that he remembers suddenly feeling tired, and Tate offered to let Jones sleep in his bed. Trusting Tate, Jones agreed. However, Jones woke up to three separate times to Tate giving him oral X, he said. The first two times, Jones passed out too quickly to push Tate away. He told The Guardian, "I said no and pushed him off, but then somehow I passed out again. I woke back up and he was still doing it. I said no again. He nodded out. And then I woke up." I think they meant he nodded out. Okay. And then I woke up a third time, aggressively shouted no and pushed him harder. It was then that he left me alone. Child. Hey y'all. Listen. Tracy, I'm just sick of this man. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this man. And listen, we don't even really gotta say alleged no more. What's up, Uncle Jay? We don't really even gotta say alleged no more, because this man said that he did this stuff. Like, I mean, I understand saying alleged on this story because his statement was before this, but he admitted to being a nasty human being. Let's keep going. Jones says that he disclosed his experience of abuse in early 1999 to the founder of the group, Ben Moody. Although Moody said that he recalls a conversation about actual encounters between Jones and Tate, he added that he does not remember an accusation of abuse. At the time, he believed the actual encounter was consensual, he said. However, he admitted to The Guardian that "I was a kid, only 18. Well, you're not a kid at 18. I really hate to, throw that in there, but that is the absolute truth. You are an adult at that point. But okay, let's keep going. "I was a kid, only 18, and clearly didn't realize what he was going through. I'm sure I missed a lot of things I'd recognize today. I didn't realize that he was traumatized." Oh, wait. So wait a minute. Who is this saying this? This is Ben Moody saying this? He was the co-founder at 18? Wait a minute. Hold on. I got to read that again because I'm confused. However, he admitted to The Guardian, "I was a kid, only 18. That's saying that Jones said this and clearly didn't realize what he was going through. So you're trying to make excuses for what Tate was going through? I'm wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Now, this is something that I do hate that a lot of people do. If I'm understanding this correctly, I'm gonna read it again because the Bible says and all that get an understanding, and that's what I'm here to do. Okay. All right, let's go back. 1999. Okay, wait. Jones says that he disclosed his experience of abuse in early 1999 to the co-founder Ben Moody. Although Moody said that he recalls a conversation about actual interactions between Jones and Tate, he added that he does not remember an accusation of abuse. At the time, he believed the actual encounter was consensual, he said. However, he admitted, okay, he admitted to the Guardian that I was a kid, only 18, and clearly didn't realize what he was going through. Okay, so this is Moody saying this. I'm sure that I missed a lot of things I'd recognize today. I didn't realize that he was traumatized. Got it. Child, I had to listen. I had to draw that thing on back to get an understanding because I'm like, now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, so Moody was 18. He was the co-founder, or maybe he's the co-founder now. But it says in 1999, he went to the co-founder, being Moody. So at 18, I guess he was the co-founder. Okay. Okay, so the band fired Jones later in 1999 after he exhibited a change of behavior, including manic swings from depression to rage to paranoia and then disassociation, which caused the band to reconsider working with him. Jones said that this firing prevented him from experiencing the success the band achieved a few years later. Okay, y'all couldn't like tell him to take some time off and go seek some help or something like that. You had to fire the man. Now Moody said that he asked Tate about the actual encounter, but Tate denied it. The two continued to work together on multiple musical projects over the following years. Jones, however, said the incident led him to isolate himself and abuse drugs for the next 5 years. I started snorting. Okay, he started snorting the stuff and then smoking it. He told the Guardian, although he did not know about the hold on, so an ad on top of this. Okay. Although he didn't know about the experiences at the time, Crawford said that he remembers Jones' personality changing. Jones was a happy guy, a real sweetheart. But all that changed after 1998. I could tell something happened, Crawford said. He didn't tell me about it at the time, but he did say that it did happen, and I believed him because the same thing happened to me. Oh my God. Crawford said that he confided in Tate while going through a hard breakup in 2000, and Tate invited him and others to his home to hang out and gave him a shot of Marker's Mark whiskey. Ooh. According to publications from the Roy's report, this was the same type of alcohol used nearly a decade later to rug another man who woke up to Tate fondling his genitals and kissing him. Similarly, Crawford said that he awoke propped up on Tate's kitchen counter with Tate holding his legs in the air and licking his anus. Oh my word, Jesus. Okay. I do have a trigger warning up here in case if y'all are triggered. It's a trigger warning up here. And if y'all wondering why I'm reading this way, I'm like gagged. I'm gagged. I'm gagged because I'm gagged. I'm gagged. I really am, y'all. Like, okay. Okay. Um, I said, "What are you doing, dude?" And then he said the weirdest thing to me. Hey man, did you catch the Colts game last week? Like we were just hanging out chatting, Crawford reported. Oh my, so you was eating the groceries and then now you was eating the groceries after this man allegedly told you no. Allegedly you was eating the groceries after this man allegedly told you no. And then did you just raise up from eating his butt and then say, did you catch the Colts game last week? This is wild, okay? Y'all, and y'all are getting my real reaction because again, I saw this article and I've seen multiple reports on this. But oh, okay. Crawford fled the residence after this, but he does not remember the drive home, which led him to believe that Tate rugged him, he said. At the time, he confided in two friends about the incident, both of whom corroborated the story with The Guardian. Oh. Following the incident, Crawford's passion for music was stunted, he said. The joy and the drive that I had for music went away. Suddenly, I had stage fright for the first time, brain fog, anger issues, depression, and even suicidal for a time. It ruined my career. Like many abuse victims who struggle to immediately understand and define their experiences clearly, both Jones and Crawford continue to have some involvement with Tate, who is a prominent figure among colleagues in the Christian music industry. However, both men subsequently sought professional support for their traumatic experiences. They now hope that their stories help other victims feel empowered to tell theirs. Crawford also noted that he hopes that Tate repents from his behavior and use the use the publicity as an opportunity to cooperate with the justice in this situation. I'm gonna get my thoughts in just a minute. Um, the goal for us is for people to finally find their freedom, Crawford explained. I just want to encourage anybody else that's going through this. Just come forward. There's healing in that. That weight will be lifted. So come forward. Need I keep going? I have more. I I have more, y'all. I have more. I have more. I have more. That's not it. I have more. A woman who previously worked with New Boys alleges that she was rugged by Michael Tate, who watched as she was R-worded by lighting technician Matthew Brenner during the 2014 pre-Christmas tour, according to the Roy's report. At the time, she worked for Pulse Evangelism as an intern. Tate recently admitted to preying sexually on other men, three of whom come forward in a previous Roy's report interview, prompting Tate's public admission. Since the public has seen what he had to say, six more men, and two of whom were minors at the time of the assault, have come forward in an investigation published by The Guardian. Tate has yet to comment on the new allegations, although witnesses claim that he previously apologized to the alleged victim. Now she's going under a fake name. I ain't gonna try to say the name because y'all gonna drag me in the comments, and I ain't here for it. So anyway, she's going by the name of Nicole. I'm a grown man who tours, and sometimes I just have the urges to sin. Nicole claims that she was rugged after eating dinner with colleagues Jesse Jones and Elizabeth Chan when the New Boys crew were drinking at the hotel bar. The gathering initially, okay, I'm trying to, this is a lot, included guitar tech Jack Campbell, tour manager Steve Campbell, and lightning tech Zach Germans. Later, Tate and Brewer joined the group. The bartender told police that he observed that the gentlemen at the bar were drinking the most. Nicole says that she joined the group drinking at the bar, but stayed well within the legal drinking limits until she was ready for bed. But when she stood up to leave at 1:17 a.m., Tate insisted on buying her a tequila shot, which she accepted. It seemed harmless, she told Royce. It did not feel like I was peer pressured into it. But as a young professional in the industry, I wanted to be liked by these people. One shot seemed harmless. Unfortunately, I have next to no memory after that drink. She believes that the shot was spiked with a date. I'm trying not to say these words. With a date R word rug, which often takes effect immediately in victims. The next thing she remembers is being on the bathroom floor and feeling like 1,000 pounds were on me. My body was so heavy that I could hardly move. I hear Matt Brewer's voice. I remember Tate being in there. She also says, I remember the feeling of my head being pushed between someone's legs. I guess oral X or an attempt, but I don't fully remember. Chan says that she told her and Jones in the morning, I woke up giving Brewer a blowjob. This would have this would have been poignant out of this would have been, I'm sorry, out of character for Nicole, who was a virgin before the encounter and claims that she had no romantic interest in Brewer. An initial police report was written by a detective who confused Brewer with Matt Best, a Pulse Line manager responsible for her well-being, where he incorrectly concluded the actual encounter was consensual despite her testimony claiming otherwise. Now, sir, hotel video footage reveals that early in the morning on December the 16th of 2014, Brewer took her back to his hotel room, which Tate entered after a hallway conversation with him where he appears to have groped Brewer's crotch while the two laughed together. Girl, I cannot. This is just like, oh my God. Okay. Nicole is without shoes or glasses. When she exits the room before collapsing on the floor of her own room, footage also reveals the efforts of other crew members, including Chan and Jones, made to find her, believing excessive drinking and sexual activity were out of character for Nicole. The group became concerned when they realized that she was not in her hotel room. Last seeing her at the bar taking a tequila shot. Finding her collapsed in the hallway, the women took her into one of their own hotel rooms to sleep it. Here we go with this. To sleep it off. admitting that they were unfamiliar with how a date R word rug would have affected a person. In hindsight, they wish that they have called the ambulance. Y'all, I cannot with this. The next morning, Nicole discovered her tampon had been shoved deep inside her vajayjay, something that she would not have done herself. It was done with force. That day, Bess drove Nicole to a nearby emergency room to get a R kit and toxology report. While she accepted a Plan B pill, she declined the R kit out of fear and shame for the situation. On December the 18th, a friend took her to another hospital for a completed R kit and was diagnosed with sexual assault. Due to the time that had passed, doctors were unable to conclude whether she was rugged or not. Nicole says that the police were unwilling to pursue any leads in response to her allegations of assault, which she filed a few weeks later. She was told it's not worth proceeding. Oh, wow. The R kit, because it takes 3 to 6 months, which is a relatively standard amount of time for R kit evidence to be processed. Roy's discovered the case had been shelved despite forensic and video evidence corroborating her story. This is crazy. Additionally, Jones told Roy's that she and Chan questioned their tour manager, Steve Campbell, who was out drinking with the crew the night of the alleged assault, about the situation. Jones recalls him instructing her, "Don't meddle in this." The meeting was set up about the situation between Best and other members of leadership, including Campbell. Best says that Campbell was dismissive about the situation, saying that kids will be kids. He definitely alluded to his job as tour manager to clean things up or make things go away. However, Campbell denies this allegation. I cannot. I also resent any implications that I could have ever covered anything up. Brewer remained on tour for its entirety and worked with New Boys as recent as 2021. He denies all allegations of abuse, claiming that the actual encounters were consensual and that he would have addressed it directly if Nicole had risen any concern. In contrast, Pulse Evangelism finished the tour and never worked with New Boys again. Today, we are standing we are standing with our former employee as she tells her story and recognizes the courage that it takes to do so. Pulse said in a statement, "We are praying for all victims for the truth to come out." Nicole reflected, "I'd love for New Boys to admit that they were wrong, to at least stop them from hurting people behind closed doors. I hope my story can somehow save someone else from the pain and the destruction of sexual abuse or harassment. If I was your daughter." In response to the allegations, New Boys management says that they are conducting their own investigation and intend to take necessary action against anyone who is currently affiliated with New Boys who proves to have been involved, including Campbell. The statement continues, "This is egregious." Child, let me tell y'all something. All y'all is some nasty, horrible people over there at New Boys. Now, mind you, this article was written on, wait a minute. This article was written on July the 1st. So it's been a little over a month. And I'm telling you, this is some disgusting stuff. I know that these are allegations, but Listen, the crazy thing is this man literally admitted to doing some of this stuff. A sorry, sick human being. And the rest of you, if you are working with new boys and this is what you are doing, you're absolutely just as disgusting and horrible could be. I really hope more content creators speak on this because I feel like this is absolutely insane. And I know it's not running through my algorithm like it should be running through my algorithm. But listen, everybody needs to discuss this type of stuff. It could be a trigger, but y'all, the stories need to get out. And listen, here's the real conversation. The real conversation is the statute of limitations probably has passed in so many ways, and there's only so much that they could do. And I just feel like this is disgusting. This is disgusting. And so I wanted to bring this to you guys. I didn't want to just do a normal upload because I was going, I was going to pre-record this, but no, this is gross. Okay. And yeah, you got to run it back. You got to run it back. Yeah, I can't. This type of stuff right here is disgusting, bro. Like and the fact that none of the group ain't shit. Like it's the whole group is disgusting. And y'all firing these people and these people walking away and y'all out here, all of y'all out here doing crazy stuff. Man, this is sick. You've done it to women. You've done it to young boys, people who aren't even of age. But this man, we just heard this man. I just read to y'all that one of the guys who is supposed to be a co-founder of the group was 18 when some of this stuff happened. So I don't really think that in his mind now, do I think that he should still be in the number of disgusting people? Absolutely. But I do understand at being 18, and it seems like you was thrown into this position because you ain't have no previous experience. Hello, you was 18 years old. So it's so many levels to this, so many layers to this, but it's just ultimately disgusting, y'all. And again, I feel like more people need to talk about this. I'm gonna send this to a couple content creators that I think may, touch on this. But I'm gagged. And when we came down here, we read two original articles. So just so that I could give y'all let me see, where is it? Because this said, okay, so Tate recently admitted to preying actually on other men, 3 of whom came forward in a previous interview, prompting Tate to publicly admit to things. Since that publication, 6 more men, 2 of them who were minors at the time of the assault. So we know of at least 9 men. We know of at least 9 men per this article. Tate I'm gonna read it again. Tate recently admitted to preying actually on other men, 2 of whom came forward in a previous interview, prompting Tate's public admission. Since the publication, 6 more men, 2 of whom were minors at the time of the assault. This pisses me off, yo. Like, This this type of stuff right here just pisses me off. And it pisses me off because folks don't want to talk about it. But it's something that happens all the time. And folks want to cover it up. And New Boys, the manager, the tour manager, anybody who was covering this stuff up, you need to be in just as much trouble as everybody else who is guilty of actually assaulting someone. All of y'all are disgusting. I can't. I listen. I can't. And by the way, this is not my first time speaking on this man. Okay, I've done a previous live where we talked about Micheal and about what what the first allegations were. I agree with you, Tracy. Hey, everybody, there is a special place in hell. There's a special place in hell when somebody tells you no and you choose to still go forth and do anything. There's a special place in hell for you. No means no, ho. No means no. No means no. You were taught that in your younger years. But it's clear that some people listen. It's clear that some people don't understand that no means no. I am gagged by this, y'all. By the way, I want to be clear. There are, let me see. There are I see 4 more articles here. 4 more articles here that are about Tate. 4 more articles about Tate. Just in the last 3 months. Just in the last 3 months. I don't understand, bro. Like, this type of stuff it's just disturbing. It's disgusting, and I really just I don't have no more words. I really don't. But I literally have no words. This is crazy. You have 9 men and 1 woman. So you have 10 victims currently right now that have come forward and said that you have done these things. And listen, what we can't put past him, allegedly, he came out in his statement and said that he was guilty of doing rugs. So if you do rugs, it wouldn't be far-fetched that you would give them to somebody. Y'all not gonna talk to me. I cannot. I cannot. Well, listen. I'll keep you guys updated. I will be sure to keep you guys updated. I'm disgusted. I really am. And y'all are getting my real reaction in reading that first article. I read the second article already, but the first one, y'all got my real reaction on that. And I also read his admission as well. Anywho, anyhow, anyway. I hope that as you guys came in, that you guys hit the like button. I really appreciate y'all for coming around here and discussing this with me, because I wanted to make sure that we discuss this, and it's just it's a lot. DC took a break after this around the same time. Bees on Mars, one of the articles actually said that. Like, the connection to the two and all of the things that come together, like the puzzle pieces that come together based off of this story, is crazy to me. Like, when you read the articles, it gives like timeline, it gives everything. You're shocked because I have no words, y'all. Like, it's very rare that you find me speechless about certain things, but this one got me. This one got me. This one got me. This one got me. So I appreciate you guys clicking on the video and being active in the chat and everything. I remember that because it came out of the blue. It was the height of their success. Yep. One word, up under the prison, Tracy. This is a mess, just a damn mess. It is, Brittany. I cannot, y'all. Like, this is crazy. All right. I will place all of the articles. I'm doing that right now. I'm gonna place all of the articles in the description box so that if you guys are interested in wondering where I got this stuff from, I will have it there because, you know, I want you guys to be able to, well, I want to always credit my source. So let me see. This was about the lady. Oh no, this is two more men. Oh, child. I'm doing it right now so I don't forget y'all. Let's see here. We're gonna post this Guardian link as well. Okay, so there are 3 links in the description box of this video. Again, if you guys are interested in, you know, wondering where I got this from, you know, I'm not making this up on this man because I don't know him. I don't know nothing about him, but what I do know is that he is a disgusting human being. And yes, I don't care if you see the title of this video. And again, I still say there's a special place in hell for those of you who take advantage of kids, for those of you who actually touch kids, all of that. There is a special place. There's a special place. And you might as well go ahead and get ready to sing your song down there in hell. I will, Lord, I want you to help me because I don't have a forgiving bone in my body for people, for men and women who touch kids. I don't. Like, you don't know the first of all, what you're doing is a crime. But then the second thing is you don't know what type of trauma that a person has to grow up with. Because when those types of things happen to you, it's a everyday continual healing process. It's not something that you heal from overnight. It's not something that you heal from over the next 10 years. It's something that you're forever healing from. So I find humans that do this type of stuff, you're disgusting. You mess up relationships with people when you do that. And when I say relationships, I'm talking about friendships. I'm talking about marriages. I'm talking about romantic relationships. You fuck all that up. So I don't wish no well. Sorry, don't. Because again, it is ultimately disgusting for you to continue to walk this earth. And again, there's only certain things that can be done because of the statute of limitations. So do these people ever receive any type of justice for what you've done? This is why I say they need to put you up under the prison. And for the rest of them that's over there in that group, I'm sorry. And again, I won't go out to work on me with that. Just like I don't have it in me for the men who unalive my sisters. Like, I don't have it in me. I don't have that in me. There is a special place for you. And I just feel like y'all have got like this type of stuff is disgusting. And y'all, I have some more stories that's gonna gag y'all. Some stories that I have not seen people talking about And I'm like, I, listen, y'all, let me get out of here. Some people never get over that. That's the thing. Like, listen, and I pray every day that I'm able to and I don't care. I don't care about anybody using this on me. It doesn't bother me. But one of the things that I will say is, when I say it hinders relationships, it actually really hinders relationships. And one of the things is that you don't feel protected, you don't feel valued, you don't feel those things. And those are true feelings that you have to go through your everyday life with. And this is why I talk about these stories, because of that reason. Because it also takes victims a long time to come out, because they don't know what they are going to get. They don't know if they're going to get, oh, you a liar. They don't know if, oh, you going to get, why now? Oh, it's so much to consider. And so I pray for every last one of the victims. Like, I truly hope that you can heal through the process and through actual help. Like, that's my hope. I'm not gonna ever say I hope that you can be healed and remain healed, because I feel like every time a story surfaces, it doesn't do anything but activate that thing all over again. It doesn't do anything but trigger that thing all over again, right? When you hear of other people who have come behind you go through the same situation, it don't do nothing but trigger something in you. And so the healing process is every single day, every minute, every hour, every second. So, all right, y'all. I'm done. I'm done, because I'm about to get really, like, the victims were silenced. The police didn't believe them, and I have questions about the record labels part in it. Exactly, the record label part, the tour managers part, like all of that. Like, I'm really I can't. Yeah, they just say, God forgive me, who did the crime, and walk away. Yet the person who the crime was committed on has to suffer, yeah, internally forever, because it's a pain that never goes away. It's a memory that never goes away. It's a trigger that really never goes away. Like, let's think about it really quick. Just really, really quick. Think about it, right? Let's say you trigger by something, you get with somebody, and that trigger really don't rise up until after y'all get married. People always say, living with someone makes you know someone. No, I really feel like you really know someone when you know what their triggers are, when you know what some things send them. I feel like that's when you really know somebody. When you can see the red flags and kind of have some conversations about that, and see if those actions change. If those actions change, then you do. Listen, I hope I'm making sense. I just feel like this is gross. Anyway, I'm going, y'all. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. I can't give y'all this good teaching. I can't give y'all this good teaching. Listen, please hit that like button. All right. If you'd like to support the channel, y'all know the Cash App, $Chef Don 2. Your blessings are greatly appreciated. Because I know this video is not gonna get monetized. I slipped up and said some words, which is cool. I still want the story to get out. Okay. All right, y'all. I hope that you guys have a good rest of your evening. I'm finna go finish making my din. I'm making some baked chicken, some cornbread, some sauteed kale, some corn on the cob, and some rice. Ciao. So yeah. And it's not fried and smothered. It's just plain smothered. So anyway, I hope that you guys have a good day. If you are just coming in, please red ball it back. Thank you, Bees on Mars, for being here. Thank you, Precious Jewel, Demi, Tracy, me, whoever me is. You know, I don't know you. I don't know you, but me, Felicia, Sweet Jane, Brittany, Aunt Natty, Tiffany. I appreciate y'all for coming in here. Nicole, Snatch by Diego, I saw you was in here. River, Symmetry, Mama Bees, Catherine. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for being here. Felicia, Brianna. I don't want to leave nobody out. Mocha Drop, Faith. I don't want to leave nobody out. I don't want to leave nobody out. But anyway, I appreciate y'all for being here. Please again, make sure y'all hit that like button, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.